健闘を誓い合う握手を交わしています。
And The FIVB World Grand Champions Cup is in Japan as the best 6 teams from across the globe come together to see who will leave as the best of the best. Up next, the current Grand Champions Brazil take on the hosts Japan, right here in the wonderful city of Nagoya. Hello and welcome to the Nippon Geishi Hall here in Nagoya, Japan. Clayton Lucas with you for our 3rd game from day 3 of the competition. That is the World Grand Champions Cup. That's the table. That's currently how things look. China are on top, United States in 2nd place, Brazil currently 3rd, and Japan in 5th spot. As Japan get ready to take on the current champions, Brazil. Teams going through the last phase of the war, which is serving. This is a round-robin tournament, so everybody plays everybody over the course of 5 days. We had 2 days in Tokyo, and then it was a moving day yesterday. Everybody up sticks, and we all make our way over here to Nagoya. 2 matches have been played today. China took on Korea, and the USA took on Russia. 2 matches to watch after this one, if you haven't watched them. But certainly all eyes now on the centre court here, this wonderful gymnasium, this wonderful venue. There are 2 full-size training courts that have been used. All have been all sprung wooden floors, all been Taraflexed out as well for the teams to have a separate warm-up. The Japan squad have a few faces that you will recognise, and a few names with Shinabe and Erika Arakai. And as for Brazil, a similar story. Both teams going through the building phase ahead of the Olympics that will be here in Tokyo, Japan in 2020. Japan finished 3rd at the last Grand Champions Cup, which was post London 2012, where they got themselves a bronze medal under the guidance of Yoshi Takashita, the wonderful setter for Japan, now retired. So the warm-up finished, the teams now are on court, and we will have the national anthems from both teams. We'll start with Brazil, and then we will finish with Japan.
And the national anthem of Japan.
ありがとうございました。ご着席ください。
So the anthem's over. The local volleyballers here from Nagoya are having their photo opportunity with their heroines of volleyball, and they have been here for several hours already, going through the routine of how to stand, have their photograph taken, then they're going to turn around and high-five all the players. They've been so excited to be here and so excited to be able to have this opportunity. It's a really good gesture from the organising committee of this tournament, and a magnificent moment for these youngsters as well. Before we get the match underway, we're going to meet the officials for this one. Brazil ready and waiting to come out onto court. So too Japan, but before that, we're going to see the first referee and the second referee. And the first referee today is none other than Patricia Rolfe, Patty Rolfe as she's known from the USA. Refereed the gold medal match from Rio 2016. In the women's events. Very accomplished, very knowledgeable, very likeable referee in charge. And she'll be ably assisted by Italy's Daniele Rapisada. And as always, we'll know if the referees have had a good game because we won't notice them. All our attention we focused on the players, and those players are about to make their way out onto court. We're going to start with Brazil. The hosts, Japan, will come out second. And for Roberto Guimarães, he's stuck with a solid selection, a similar lineup throughout. So going through the middle is number 4, Carroll, followed by number 9, Roberta Setting, number 11, Tandara in the opposite slot. And then the 2 outside hitters are Gabby, number 10, Talia, number 12, the captain. And then making up the 6 is Anna Beatriz, number 20. 2 liberos, number 14, Gabby, and number 17, Sue Ellen. Roberto Guimarães, well, he's a colourful character, such a knowledgeable coach, one of the all-time winningest as well. He's done so well, hasn't he? But he will get a little bit emotional if things don't go his way. We'll see whether that is the case or not. And now for Japan, coming out, starting with number 4, Shinabe. A few changes for them for the start of the tournament. Number 5, Erika Arakai, is going through the middle, as well as number 13, Mai Okimura. Neither of them, well, Okimura didn't play. Last time it was Iwasaka. Setting is number 10, Tominaga, in the opposite slot, Shinabe, and the 2 outside hitters is number 18, Uchiseto, and number 7, Yuki Ishii. No place on court for number 23, Namoto, which is surprising given the way Namoto played in the opening match of this tournament. The 2 liberos are number 20, Meiko Kobata, and number 21, Kotoe Inoue. And Inoue by far the first choice for Japan. It's Japan in blue serving, Brazil in yellow and blue receiving. This the first set, best of 5. The third match of the day from the FIVB World Grand Champions Cup here in Nagoya, Japan. And you'll have to do better than that to catch Japan out. That's exactly what you'll need to do. Solid blocking. Brazil get the first point. Everybody who plays Japan knows that they have to be patient. They mustn't get frustrated with the fact that Japan are going to dig some of the best hits that you can possibly make. And just when you think you've put that ball on the floor, there'll be a hand creeping underneath it to make sure it doesn't, just as we've seen then. And if they can slow the ball down, then they'll try and come back at you with a spin or something to make it difficult. It's going to rely on that kind of play from Brazil. They're not going to be any easy winners for as long as Japan keep their concentration. And as easily as this could be 3-0 for Brazil, it could quite easily be a game that goes to 5 sets. Uchiseto, the shortest outside hitter on court at 1.71 m. But you don't need to be the tallest, you just need to be good at what you do, and she is most definitely that. And now Uchiseto goes back to serve. Nice commit block from Arakai, however. It's Brazil who have the point. Nicely done by Shinabe. Good use of the middle, Carroll puts it away. One thing that's happened and has been noticeable for those of you that have been watching the 2 matches prior to this one here in the Nippon Geishi Hall is that the float serve is dropping very, very quickly once it gets over the net. And it's caused a few problems for, in fact, all 4 teams. And it's caused a few problems already here. Very different ball flight to that experienced at the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium that the teams played in a couple of days ago, where they had 2 matches each. And another strong block from Brazil. Good touch from Roberta. Gabby will have put a spin on the ball, just the top spin though, didn't get the thumb up to get a side spin on it, make it tricky for Japan, and as a result they're able to come back and get the point. Another serve that drops on that 3-meter line. It won't be the last that we'll see during this game. Oh, now that is how you put a side spin on the ball. Classic swing hitting of the highest order. Ishiyuki, thumb up, cuts it to the line, and even if someone had been there, it would have been really difficult to deal with. Wonderful dig. Tominaga getting involved with the joust with Anna Beatriz, which gives Japan another chance to swing on the ball, and it's Japan who head into the technical timeout leading by 3. Fantastic volleyball. Japan's assistant coach is well, the second assistant coach you saw in the picture, Mr. Ferhat Akbar from Turkey, involved with the Japan national team. This is where Brazil will have an advantage in the match if they can pass well and run the middle option. Then Japan will be under pressure as they were with that last play. But it's Brazil under most pressure at the moment, trailing as they are by a couple, although Guimarães won't be too worried. It's still very early. That's an excellent lead by Shinabe. Good up. Difficult to put the ball on the floor without hitting it hard into a space against Japan, but that was a very clever play from Brazil. If you can just spend the next couple of points, those of you that are watching, or all of you that are watching, and not watch the ball, but watch the way Japan move and prepare to play defense, the way that they run their offense. It's something special. They're one of the world's best at that. That's really unfortunate. That's gone through the arms. But there's so much movement around the ball, so much pressure being applied. Everybody is moving. Even the libero is actually having some movement as well. Have a look at this from the overhead. There's the pass now. Bang, 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 bang. Where do you defend against that as a blocker? 4 players moving, creating the gaps, and Okimura finds the line. Similarly, Brazil are very good at doing that as well. But it's the speed of Japan's movement that's eye-catching. They like to play the faster game because they don't have the height, they don't have the power that most teams have in the top echelons of world volleyball. So they have to be smarter, be faster, and it becomes slightly more high risk, but then they are so technically compliant, or proficient I should say, that they make it look very easy. Nice ball in from Gabby, a little tight. Roberta beaten in the joust, but play continues. Nice work from Shinabe going in to cover the gap behind the block. That will stay in play. Has to go wide. And the patience ran out for Brazil, and it's an error by Natalia, the captain, which gives Japan a 3-point lead. Brazil call the timeout.
They come, if they are on time, they go like this, okay? 2 people in the team, 2 people. Keep going, it will not turn. If you can make goals just to 4. So try to make block out. When Gabi comes in front, try to block out, they will play this way, okay? Okay, good. And watch out, cover.
It's Tominaga with the serve for Japan. Practically a capacity crowd here for this one. It's filling up and has been steadily during the course of the matches that have been played. Oh dear, confusion for Brazil. They could be punished. They are punished. 13-9. Tominaga goes back to serve again. Gabby with the cover. Tandara. What a dig. What a dig. And now Brazil are scrambling. It's a free ball for Japan. 3 front court attackers, plus as well the pipe attack. If they go for it, which they don't, and it goes to the line. Tandara makes the dig, but it's into the referee. And Japan take another point. All off the back of this wonderful dig from Inoue. Takes the timing, and then just takes the heat out of that ball. Brilliant. Oh, and again, but it's deemed to have hit the floor. Patty Rolfe with her eagle eyes, seeing that there may have been a hand under it, but also the ball had hit the floor as well. From the referee. This is an excellent lead Japan have built up. It could get even better. Still a chance. Well, that will do nicely. A net touch by Brazil. And Japan had it head into the second technical timeout, leading by 6 over Brazil.
Right side. Erika right side. Erika Bに打てないとね。Erikaに B ないと。When you have good ball, this angle that you hit is great. Just much more shoulder, okay? リサ今打ってるディレクションもいいから、もうちょっと肩で力乗せる。今のちょっと合わないけど、ちょっと入って。They don't let you hit the ball on the other side. フルジャンプだからちょっと裏届かないと思うから、後ろでお願いします。頭今上でカバーいきます。From you, they want to take to the space. Go, 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 go.
Uchiseto waiting with the ball. And she will serve. Change of libero for Japan. Inoue, the defending libero. And Kobata is the passing libero. Well, it's just getting better and better for Japan at the moment, isn't it? Nothing that Brazil can do is making a difference. So a change of personnel seems the next option. And in comes Rosa Maria. Gabby goes to the bench. Erika Arakai's serve. Gabby forcing that one in, but the middle not finding a space on the court. And that's a rare error. Shinabe going to the line but not finding it. Well, Brazil have a history of starting pretty slowly. They have done in each of their previous two matches. Oh, good up from Tandara, was it? No, said the referee. Tandara felt that as well. She wasn't particularly happy about it, but once again, right under the nose of Patsy Rolfe, right in front of her. Shouldn't be able to see if any part of that ball had hit the floor. Nice play, Roberta finding Ana Beatriz. More changes for Brazil, but this more tactical and out of desperation, as it were, out of necessity. So the setter going into the back row, and Monique coming into the front row, acting as an opposite player. Nayane with the serve. Covering from Japan again behind the attacker, and Ishii puts that one away. Brazil just don't have any answers at the moment. Wonderful blocking. Tominaga putting down Monique. Timeout called. That's a lovely block from Tominaga. Up, across, continuing to go across. What is evident with that is as Tominaga went up, she's gone laterally, but as soon as she's jumped, her foot facing back under the net and then jumps straight up in the air.
Number 7 is here. After block, she stays here. Don't forget that her block is not good. So if we dig the ball this side, left side, then right side, they block out.
Rosa Maria showing some intent as she gets that off the block and away. That was a thundering block from Brazil. That time Uchiseto hit it on such an angle as it was never coming back. Rosa Maria will serve again. Brazil just getting a few points to make things a little bit more interesting in the set, and perhaps start to give Nakada, the head coach for Japan, something to think about. So we have a mid-rally challenge coming by Brazil, saying that Japan touched the net. If they did, then Brazil have the point. If they don't, Japan have the point. Another good thing about the challenge system, you can challenge in mid-rally if you see something that you obviously can challenge, which is in this case the net touch issue, which looked like it was off the back of the joust, wasn't it? Guimarães, with his eagle eyes, saw an infringement. Will Hawkeye back him up? Well, there is no faults. The ball's come down the net and then been played fantastically well. Roberto not happy. Was that not what he was asking for? Sorry, just to have your picture. Guimarães just looks up to the first referee and shakes his finger to say, no, you got that wrong. Perhaps he didn't ask, that's not what he asked for then. But he's still talking to the second referee. The second referee that is back to the Japanese players who couldn't get the substitution done. And then Roberto's now saying, come on, I want a let. You're not having a let because it's an incorrect challenge. So Japan, after all that, have the point. 3 away now from taking the set. No double touch on first contact. And so Ana Beatriz's set is okay. And Brazil get the side out. Carroll back into the action. Double substitution. One part of it anyway will be coming shortly. The double sub will come shortly for Brazil if they don't get this one, which they don't. So as Japan gets side out, Brazil know they need to side out now. And then they'll bring Roberta and Tandara back on. Nice, very nice from Carroll. Speed of attack and the angle of attack was superb. Double sub being reversed now by Brazil. Nice dig. An even better dig. Oh, and a net touch by Brazil. And it's now Japan who have set point. A blocking substitution for Japan as Shinabe goes off. So first set point saved. Natalia serving for Brazil. And Japan with no hesitation and no trouble getting their side out and taking the opening set against Brazil, 25-18. Well, those are some of the highlights from the match so far, and here are the statistics from the match so far. Brazil making 7 errors. If you look at the errors column and read it as opponents' errors, so Japan were given 7 points by Brazil, and Brazil just got 2 from Japan. And the only other error, I guess you would call it, from Japan's side would be the ace serve from Brazil. Depending on how you look at it. A superb start from the host country for this Grand Champions Cup. And if you're just joining us, and if you're wondering what it's all about, how the teams got here, etc., Japan are here as the hosts. Brazil are here as the #1 ranked South American team post Rio 2016, and then the other teams are made up as Russia as the #1 ranked European team, China as the #1 ranked Asian team, Korea as the wild card. This tournament happens every 4 years in the year after the Olympic Games. It was first held in 1993, following on from Barcelona. So an opportunity for the 4 teams across the continents, 4 different continents, to challenge each other and find out exactly who is the best of the best, following on from the Olympic Games. Brazil are the current title holders of this event. That was close. Looks like we're going to have a challenge from Japan as to whether the ball was in or out.
The challenge by Japan, ball in or out.
Team Japan, ボールインアウトに関するチャレンジです。
Oh, that's how close it was. It was in. My commentary position is quite a way up, but I'm just not too far from the baseline, looking sideways on the same view that the cameras have that when the rally's going. And from my viewpoint, it looked more in than out. Proved to be so by the challenge system. So it's Japan leading 2-0 after that block from Erika Arakai. Oh, what a pickup from Tominaga. Good work by Gabby. And Natalia hitting a really difficult ball to deal with. Didn't have any top spin on it. Almost served that one. And a bit of side spin. That was a really good pickup from Tominaga. And then that ball, look at that. She practically served it off the block and out. Lovely. And once again, Erika Arakai is proving to be a block monster. And to say here, monster block is being sung out around the stadium, and that's why. The ball's been given as in, but it's, it's been given as out, but it's off the block of Japan from Tandara. That's excellent serving from Japan because it completely took out Brazil's front row swing hitter Rosa Maria, which meant the ball could only go behind off of the dig. And Japan very nearly profited from it. That, though, not such a good play from Japan. Shinabe having to lean backwards on the ball that was above her head and slightly behind her, not catching a blocker. Carroll with the serve. Brilliant from Tandara, and Brazil have the lead. Rosa Maria, the swing hitter for Brazil, cutting the angle. And the 4-5 player, which was Gabby, wanted that ball. He wasn't really getting turned by it. Nice shot it was from Ishii, who now gets to serve. Positive set from Brazil, going with the ball, taking its energy and continuing it on behind Roberta to Ana Beatriz. Talk about positive and negative setting. A positive set's where you use the ball's energy and continue it on. A negative set would be if, from that last pass, if Roberta had then set the ball out to 4, she's then having to take that energy and create energy of her own to send it back in an opposite direction. Does affect the ball's speed. No difference in a positive and a negative set. It's Japan who have levelled things up. Oh, Kimura's mistake gives Brazil the ball back. And that's Anna Beatriz who will serve. Carol now into the front row with Roberta and Natalia. Oh, nicely done. And a great swing by Uchiseto. She may only be 1m71, but she's got all the shots, the universal player. Had 18 points coming into this match. She's adding to that tally now. Uchiseto not currently with a pro club here in Japan, just with the Japanese Volleyball Association, linked to the national team only at the moment. So into the technical timeout, Japan leading by 1. Pretty much the stoic look that is always on the face of head coach Kumi Nakada. Every now and again there's a moment of joy that she shows when her team wins a point. But otherwise it's pretty much just like that. Oh, ace serve! Tominaga with that little 1-foot float. It's a really good serve actually, going laterally, jumping off 1 foot. It is a good way as well to get teams out of rotation, because if you start a little bit further to one side, jump, keep the ball in your hand, land, and then the setter's already moved into position, then just do a standing float serve, you have them out of rotation. You need to scream at the ref probably to say, hey, come on, it's not something you do. And then of course it could question the sportsmanship. And is it something you'd really want to be doing? But if it's within the rules, then is there a problem? Problems at the moment for Brazil. They're 3 behind, and there could be 4 behind here. 3 front court options. Nice dig by Roberta. Sue Ellen pops it high. Natalia goes for gold with that one. It's not going to happen because Erika Arakai is having a magnificent game blocking for Japan. 11-7, alarm bells ringing. Guimarães calls timeout for Brazil. Brazil then will have a go from the serving line to see whether or not they can get themselves back into this one. They really don't want to get Japan get any further away if they can help it. If they end up 2-0 down, it'll be difficult to see them finding a way back in, but that helps. Shinabe with the error. Good up from Tandara. Just the roll shot. Japan will pick that one off, although a little bit of uncertainty as to who is going to play the ball. And so Brazil get a little bit lucky, but sometimes you need a little bit of luck. And as a result of that, they're just one back now. Natalia with the serve. So that means at 12 all, Japan call the timeout.
And number 7 is here, so even W is okay. Keep, go, good fence.
Natalia once again, momentum with Brazil. And Japan strike back very quickly. Well left by Rosa Maria. Carroll gets onto it, so too Roberta. Free ball though for Japan. Roberta slapping her hands together in frustration as she didn't keep that one in play. Good up. Both teams fighting really hard to win this point. And is that off the block? No, it isn't. Just into the net and away. And no challenge coming by Japan either. So Brazil will take the point. Some of those errors we've just seen were crept into the end of the first set. It just gave Brazil a few more points than they would have had otherwise. 25-18, they lost it, but it's given them the lead here now, albeit briefly. See that very often. Natalia called out by the serve when it hits Anna Beatriz. Technical timeout, Japan leading by 1 and by 1 set to nothing. Well left by Brazil, that one not troubling the serve-receive unit. Going to be a change for Brazil. Amanda's going to come in to serve for Rosa Maria. Didn't cause any trouble for Japan. Amanda, though, is going to stay on court, which could well be a serving target here for Kimura. Amanda yet to be involved in the passing in the match. Instead, though, rather tame ball to Sue Ellen, which punishes Japan. It's a great view from the overhead camera. See how that ball moves, how quickly the players move. That was close to being brilliant. Good save. Gisetta will have a bit of work to do, just with the roll shot, well picked off by Amanda. And then Natalia with an absolute belter to the line that Tominaga could do nothing with. Good up by Roberta. Well, Guimaraes is trying to get a message across to Natalia. I think that was to say, why did you not hit that ball that came up on the free, on the overpass? He was expecting it to be hit. It wasn't. It's cost Brazil a point. Japan leading by 2. Tandara tries to bury it unsuccessfully. Will try again, hits it even harder, and Japan have it into transition. Good up by Sue Ellen. Oh, that's amazing from Roberta. Better chance now though for Japan. Tandara. Oh, fantastic! What a pickup by Inoue off of the dig from Tominaga. This is quality volleyball. Absolutely brilliant. And a rare smile from Nakada. You have to appreciate that. Look at that for a pickup, but look at that for a reaction. And a wonderful finish to the line. Sue Ellen couldn't keep it in play. Sheer joy for Japan. What a great position Japan find themselves in. They got themselves a lead, Brazil came back, but Japan, to their credit, have held them off. They've opened up a decent lead now at the business end of this second set. That's just got bigger. Classic hitting error when you're on that right-hand side of court is to hit that ball, if you look at it as a clock face, hit it at 9 o'clock. And the spin that's been put on that, and also the fact the hand has gone through it in the way it did by Natalia, is just taking it straight out of play. Oh! Inoue holding her ground. The way Japan play defence is unlike almost any other team, is that they're quite short. And look at that, taking a timing, trying to split as far as possible to get as low as possible. Not necessarily what you'd want to be doing. You want to try and get your hips under the ball where you can, but needs must. Japan's side-out game is just working perfectly. 2 points required, and they'll be 2-0 up against Brazil. Substitution, and Yuri Nebeya coming in. And now Nebeya going out again. Carroll with the serve. Net touch against Brazil. It was Amanda who touched the net, saying she was knocked into it by Anna Beatriz. Set point, Japan. Ishii trying to make something happen, doesn't find the block though, and the swing for the set is wasted. Double substitution coming from Brazil. Monique comes on, and so too does Diane. Good up, Suella. That one has hit the floor. And another set point saved. And Japan take a breather, call a timeout, give themselves an opportunity just to refocus and try and get this one side out they need to lead Brazil 2-0.
But Monique, she has good blocking, so try to go Diego. Okay, and of course, we have also to do.
Natiani back to serve once more for Brazil. Two chances here for Japan to take the set. Two front court attackers. It's Ishii who is shut down. A tough rotation this for Japan with the setter at 4. You could do with a higher ball in so as you get further across. It also means as well that Akimura's got a long way to go. She's going on the slide behind. She's going on the slide behind. That kind of takes Shinabe out of the action as a backcourt attacker. Ishii again. Well, that's a real let-off here for Brazil. And she tipped that ball and Brazil were waiting for it, and the set point has been saved again. For once, that was a hit. That just said, I don't want to make an error. And would you believe it? Japan making some changes. Tominaga goes off. And incoming Nemoto and Sato. That's so we can have, or rather so we can have. So Japan can have 3 front court hitting options now. And the setters move to position 1. And it's now a 2-point set. Whoever gets 2 clear will take it. Nayani serving again. A different threat here. Ishii moved over to the right-hand side. A chance for Brazil to claim a set point opportunity. Oh, good chase. Oh, where was the cover on that one? brought back into play, and 3 players stood watching. Well, a very understandably frustrated head coach for Japan. It's now set point for Brazil. What a turnaround from them, what marvellous play from Brazil to get themselves back into this. They haven't given up, they haven't given in, but they haven't made it difficult for Japan with that serve. It's advantage Brazil, but that'll just be a little bit of a frustrator for them to have given Japan the point without them having to play. Excellent play. Monique, such a steady player, so reliable, an impact player who can come off the bench and make things happen for her country. She does it time and time again. Set point number 2 for Brazil. And they're going to have a swing for it. It's the captain for Brazil, Natalia. Good dig, Ishii. And a Beatriz. Oh, lovely roll shot deep. What a turnaround for Brazil. They take the set 27-25, and it is 1-1 here at the Nippon Geishi Hall. Magnificent game of volleyball we are witnessing. Well, a superb performance in that second set from Brazil to turn that around. It looked to be Japan's set right the way up to there, didn't it? So many set point chances for Japan. They'll be really upset about that. Just looking at the blocks, Japan made 3 blocks. But look at that. That's the big thing. 11 errors. 11 errors Japan made. That's incredible. Unbelievable, really. Practically gifting the set to Brazil. We'll see how much that takes out of the team, that second set loss. Whether or not they'll be able to dig deep again and create an opportunity to take the third set, perhaps. Certainly one thing's for sure, Brazil will be hugely buoyed by that second set victory. You can just see, look at the body language, the smiles, and the way that they're talking in stark comparison to Japan. if you're Japan right now, what are you thinking? What are you going to do? Easy to say, well, just go out there and do what you did last time. We don't want to do what you did last time because you didn't win the set, but to put themselves in the position that they were able to put themselves in last time is exactly what they need to do. Exactly what they need to go out and recreate that play, making sure that they serve tough, that their defense is excellent, which it very much is anyway, 99% of the time. But when they get those chances, they've got to take them. And Brazil know this is not going to be easy, no matter what just happened in that last set. They'll be taking nothing for granted. They're back in the game at 1-1. But it's still a game that could go either way. Uchiseto keeping her place on court. So too Tominaga. It's the same team that started the match for Japan. No changes in that department. And the only change, well, sorry, 2 changes for Brazil. Amanda's on court. Gabi stays off, and Monique comes in to work the opposite slot ahead of Tandara. That reliability, that impact from the bench, giving her the opportunity to make something happen from the start of set 3. Japan with the serve as we get this third set underway. Lovely. A tantalizer, that one. Tipped to within 3 players. None of whom able to pick it up. One side of the net and then the other, and that's exactly what it took to get the job done, and that's what they'll do. Decent block out for Japan. Monique having a long, hard look at that with Roberta, thinking about whether or not it was worth a challenge. No, it wasn't. Good covering by Uchiseto. Oh, lovely. Ishii going up, having a look, seeing the block, making it her best friend. Just a little issue to be sorted out on the scorers table. First official, Patty Roll, having a chat with Daniele Rapisada. Looks like they're going to go to the paper system, so the electronic scoring system's gone down. So they'll just go old school, pen and paper. And they'll remove the electronic score system and bring out the manual one, which is now being put onto the table. Need to quickly adjust that. So we're good to go. Good up from Sue Ellen. Oh, well, Roberta covers her eyes. She set the ball out for Amanda and then spent that whole time watching that set. Instead of forcing herself to get in and cover. Wasn't ready at all. You have to have purpose about what you're doing against a very well-formed block that Japan have. You can't just stop on the ball, which is what Amanda did. And that is the end of that for Amanda. Japan with a 4-point lead. And Amanda's time on court's come to an end. Rosa Maria is back in. Clever play from Japan, no matter what their tactics might be. It may be that they were serving the front court swing here to run over, which is Amanda, but the first thing they've done is gone straight at Rosa Maria, who's come in and she's made an error. Bit of volleyball 101. So, Guimarães calls timeout for Brazil. Uchiseta pops it in, Tominaga goes behind, and Shinabe will get the point for Japan. That was nice, wasn't it, the way that Tominaga went up and then made a very sudden change to go behind. Not showing that until she actually touched the ball. Sometimes when you see Roberta, she shows behind very early with the shoulder position in relation to arms and where the ball is, with her hips also get in front of the ball. Wow, what a start. Japan 8-1 up in this one set all match.
Girl, this is the game. It's nice. Don't forget, number 7 has bad blocking. Always you can try block out, or you can teach him along she offers you for that. And you still have ankle going in the ankle. So we need to make right, left, middle, right, left, middle. Okay? Play with it. Go.
I'm pretty sure that the second assistant coach then for Japan, Mr. Ferhat Akbas, said that number 7 has bad blocking, which means she's a target for Japan. And he was also saying there about going left, right, middle, keep moving that ball around, keep moving their block around as a result. That's all going well so far for Japan, isn't it? 8-1 up. Just think, well, they won't want to do that. You wouldn't want to do that. And you mustn't do that either. Which is, think about where they could be right now if they'd taken that second set and be 8-1 up. But let's not go there. So Monique's place on court has evaporated, replaced by Tandara. Good work, Rosa Maria. Ace serve, Brazil, courtesy of the net. There'll be no apology made for that. It's all part and parcel of modern volleyball. Wonderful blocking. Shinabe and Arakai getting the better of Rosa Maria. And a monster block it was, or I guess if you're here in Japan, it's a Koji block. Oh, a little flick will do. Ball in play still. Great work from Anna Beatriz. Oh, nice dig by Roberta. Sue Ellen can only dig it, but it's too tight to the net. And Rosa Maria did very well to get something on that. Now she's out of the play. Free ball again for Japan. 3 front court attackers, all moving quickly. Roberta makes another dig. Well, it was just too far in front of Natalia, and she's towed the 3-meter line as the backcourt player. Look at this. Skills from Anna Beatriz. Top techers, but not in the end, though, because Brazil it was who lose the point. Shinabe through Brazil's defense with ease. Arakai back to serve. Shinabe, a Hisamitsu Springs player, and she'll be teaming up with Feluca Akinradebo at the start of this season. The American middle blocker will be playing her club volleyball here in Japan as they get themselves an ace. Sue Ellen beaten. It's starting to slip away already in this 3rd set for Brazil. Timeout called, 12-3 down. Nice commit block in the middle. Perfectly placed. Roberta had already committed to come in short and was sneaking in to come and set the ball, but no one was there to play it down the line because she'd left her station. Grimaris called that ball out, but he was the only one who called it out. Natalia playing it, didn't get a call from anybody else. But fortunately, Brazil have the point, so no inquisition will continue. Tandara now back to the serving line. Japan will not be taking anything for granted here, especially after what happened in the last set. Brazil have got it all to do. That doesn't help the cause. Well, they'll have to forget that. Take a breath, get ready to side out again. Sue Ellen, Natalia and Rosa Maria, the serve receivers. Tandara tries to bury the pipe and is unsuccessful, but the block works. Roberta and Anna Beatriz shutting down Japan. That's more like it from Brazil, but have they left it too late? It is a big lead Japan have. Well, if they keep doing that, doesn't matter how big the lead is, it will disappear pretty quickly. Those 2 points in a row causing Japan to have a little think when timeout has been called.
Take it all easy. We need one apex, okay?
Brazil with the serve, off the back of 2 blocks, looking for a third. Not going to happen. Ishii finds the line. Two good hits now from Natalia. Serving frustrations still there for Brazil. Japan head into the technical timeout leading by 8 points.
Make the control because people will worry about it. I'm not taking just 4 points.
Japan patiently waiting. And that's something that Brazil have to be, and that is patient. That is the key word against Japan if you want to be successful. Ace serve! Brilliant! That looked like it was going out, and it did drop very, very quickly right onto that baseline, didn't it? That is a brilliant serve. It's gone right over the shoulder of a jumping Natalia as well. More good news for Japan as they get the kaiju block, the monster block. As Tandara has nowhere to go. Oh, that's just extraordinary. And it stayed in play. Tominaga has a go, and no, it's still in play as well on the other side. Good work by Sue Ellen. Uchiseta gets the block out, and Japan move up to 19 points. They are showing a clean pair of heels here to Brazil in this third set. Uchiseta making the dig, but it hit the antenna. Nice from Carroll. Erikai's got her a few times. Didn't jump far enough across with that one. Lovely swing by Carroll. What a dig by Ishii. What a shot from Uchiseta. A 10-point lead once more. Japan 20. Brazil 10. Surely they are on course to take this third set. Oh, brilliant from Sue Ellen. Oh, that would have been spectacular had that stayed in play, with Inoue already on the floor, getting an arm out to keep the ball. It sums up how Japan play, and there's a wry smile from Tandara as you just know nothing is going to hit the floor here. They're having to work so hard for their points at the moment, Brazil. A frustrated swing from Tandara. Uchiseta back to the serving line. Nice block out. Great view from the end on camera as to how much that ball moves and drops and how the players are moving around the court. There is surely no way back for Brazil now. Very nice from Roberta, tempting in Japan's middle blocker and then sending it out wide for a one-on-one. Tandara, deep breath taken from her as she gets ready to serve. Oh, what a dig. Sue Ellen getting in on the action. And again, good covering by Sue Ellen. Well, that will do. Little one-foot Yahoo throw from Natalia to get a point. High hands D works, free ball now for Japan. And Japan work the block. It goes over Sue Ellen. And Japan now 2 away from the set. Few oohs and ahs as that ball bounced around. Rosa Maria with the serve. Sue Ellen was all over it. Must have thought it was going out, else she would have played it. It's set point now for Japan. Excellent dig. Tominaga into the corner. Japan take the third set, 25-15, and they lead Brazil 2 sets to 1. Well, it could have, probably should have been 3-0, and that should have been match ball. But as it is, Brazil fought valiantly in set 2 to take it 27-25 after losing to 18, and now they've lost to 15. They really are going to have to pull it out the bag here as we look at the highlights from the match so far. So here's some stats from the match so far. And this is where Japan have been hitting the ball, and the hit point heights. Look at that through position 4. That's decent hitting. Look, that's just around about the one bit down on the antenna. Mostly through 4 and 2. Very little going through the middle. The pipe has not been used a great deal. One error from Japan in that set. Fantastic. I guess if you count the ace, we'll say it's 2, but a really good display by Japan. They had that set sewn up, didn't they? They know this game should already be over, but you have to credit Brazil with a superb performance in set 2. They've made some changes ahead of set 4. Mara, number 1, is coming in. She's yet to play in this tournament, but she's coming in the middle slot. No changes for Japan. Oh, fantastic. Free swing through position 4 on that left-hand side of court for Japan. Natalia's gone with the middle. That didn't get the ball. Shinabe with a free swing. Nice dig by Ujiseta. Well, there's no way back for that one. Mara making an immediate impact, blocking. Shutting down Ishii. Good dig. But it's the blocking of Brazil that's holding firm at the moment. Lovely play. Fighting hard to keep that ball off the floor. There's Kobata. Now it's Natalia with the serve. Oh, another big block. Ishii is going up a cul-de-sac here, trying to get through, and it's not happening. 3 times in a row with nowhere to go. another point for Brazil. And it's a little change that's going on here, with Tandara going to the left-hand side and Rosemaria coming to the right, as opposed to Tandara being over at 2 and blocking. So it means Tandara's hitting wide on the outside, which she can do perfectly well. And Rosemaria over on this side blocking. Natalia's onto that one. That time it's off Mara and away. Change back again, Tandara staying on the right-hand side this time. Brazil keeping a 4-point margin. Shinabe. So another good swing from Tandara. Brazil will be feeling good about the way they're playing at the moment, as they're in their bid to take this match to a deciding 5th set. Nice dig. Bit of high hands defense. Rosamaria's tip won't find the floor. But the hit to the line will. Technical timeout, Brazil leading by 5. So back to the action, Tandara waiting for the ball. Japan looking for a side out. The contact point wasn't great for Tandara. Didn't really have her elbow coming past her ear. More like her wrist. Very quickly out wide for Anna territories to put it on the floor. Oh, brilliant block from Natalia. Although she's not making a big thing about it, just business-like. Yeah, right, let's get on with the next point then. Let's get away from them here. Let's get this into the decider. Another point by Natalia, and a very big lead now from Brazil. Unsurprisingly, Japan calling the timeout. This set is racing away from them.
You can lose a point. You can make a reception mistake. Go next one. Go next one. Never give up. Never give up. We still have chance.
Rosa Maria. Oh, that was a sneaky little take. Shinabe had that. A lack of discipline in the block from Japan cost them the opportunity to get the ball into transition. Not quite going to make it. Brazil piling on the points now. Well, looking at the score, it would appear that we will be going into a fifth set decider, unless there is some huge turnaround and a bit of a collapse from Brazil. No sign of that at the moment. 10-point lead, second technical timeout upon us. Brazil in the driving seat.
Todas as bolas estão tocando na gente. Isso é a primeira situação positiva que está acontecendo. Antes estava caindo direto, agora nós estamos tocando nela. Já já vai subir. Paciência que nós estamos indo para a posição e está saindo.
So the scoreboard ticking over very nicely as far as Brazil are concerned. Keeping that 10-point margin, keeping themselves on track to take this into the decider, the race to 15. And once again, Roberto Guimarães' team showing that grit, determination to help get them over the line in a situation where they're being outplayed by Japan. And they have not given up, they have not given in. It's going to be a huge psychological battle when we go into that fifth set. And the more points that Brazil can get like that, the more that they can push away and put Japan on the back foot, the better you feel it might be for them going into the deciding set. Although they did all of that against China and then got whooped in the fifth set. At the beginning of it, at the very least, but came right back again, showing that determination. And they did actually have a swing for the match against China, but were unable to take it. Eventually going down 19-17, so they're experiencing the highs and the lows right now of this competition, that's for sure. There's a challenge come from Japan. Nice touch. Definite change in attitude for Brazil. They're getting far more touches on the ball. Unfortunately for Mara, touching the net. Much more determination about the way Brazil are playing.
Timeout by Brazil.
We still catch. Go.
'Fans enjoying that one. Five points required by Brazil. Japan are 9 back. You would hedge your bets on Brazil getting this done and dusted. But for every time Japan get the ball into transition, it'll be a worry. So long, though, as Brazil remain calm, then there isn't a worry. As they only need 4 points now. Amanda coming in to serve for Mara. Very nice from Nemoto, having been called in to try and turn things around in this, what is a desperate time for Japan in this set. Guimaraes won't be thinking about any kind of substitution at the moment. He'll let those points ride. They've got such a big lead. Lovely pick-up, Inoue. Back to her world-class best. Great pick-up from Sue Ellen as well. Nice work, Tominaga. She likes to do that in transition phases, just when the opposition's concentration is waning. It's easy to key in on the right plays at the start of a rally. But Anna Beatriz not paying attention and couldn't stop that one, even with Rosa Maria going up. Enough on that to see it go wide. Now just 2 points required then for Brazil. Rosa Maria to serve the captain Natalia into the front row. Good dig by Rosa Maria. Nice quick attack goal from Japan. So side out point achieved. Brazil's target is 2 side outs, and then it's all to play for in a deciding set. Goodness me, a stroke of luck for Brazil as Anna Beatriz put backspin on the ball, and then it was on that net for an awful long time, wasn't it? Set point it is then for Brazil. Going to take it at the first time of asking. So the set, as predicted, goes the way of Brazil. 25-16, that means it's all set up now for a decider, the race to 15 to see who will take this match. A fantastic game of volleyball we have witnessed and are witnessing here at the Nippon Geishi Hall in Nagoya, Japan, as part of this FIVB World Grand Champions Cup. And as we have a look at set 4 statistics, a very good set of volleyball, 3 errors apiece, but Brazil's 6 blocks, really dictating the game and dictating that set. It does look like a spaceship has landed, doesn't it, here in the arena when you look at that picture from the wide shot. So now it's the first of 15, no technical timeouts. Teams will change ends once we have the first team to 8 points. Both coaches have 2 timeouts, both coaches have 2 challenges. And to think that Japan had set points in the second set, about 4 of them at least, but couldn't get the job done, and then completely overran Brazil in the third set to 15 before being overrun themselves to 16 in the next. An incredible game that will make it, you think, difficult for the coaches to explain how that can happen. It'll be a very interesting press conference post this match, regardless of the outcome. Nomoto goes back to the bench for Japan. It's Uchiseta and Nabe who will be swinging through the outside. Rosa Maria keeps her place on court for Brazil. Away we go with the 5th set. The race to 15 to see who'll take the match, and that is a perfect start for Japan. An ace serve. Excellent work by Koyomi Tominaga. Well, you don't get the ace serve. What's the next best thing? That's the next best thing, an overpass. Hammered away by your front court player, in this instance Erika Arakai. 2-0 Japan. This is exactly what happened in the game against China, where Brazil went out and lost a whole bunch of points at the start, but somehow came back. Natalia gets the side out. Arakai straight in through the middle. 2 kills for her already in this set. Another ace serve for Japan. Sue Ellen struggling on that ball, that's been dropping. Another one that just drops so quickly. Great save and a good pickup by Natalia. Nice covering. Oh, what an angle that is! That is a magnificent shot from Nabe to get that ball cross court. That was inside 4-4. Erika Arakai. Well-paced attack, giving Japan a chance to come again. But Roberta gets a good touch on the ball. Natalia doesn't. Playing deep at 6. And it is 6 for Japan at the moment. They have a 4-point lead over Brazil. Roberto Guimarães' team are putting him through the ringer at the moment. very relieved that one has gone long. Another big swing and another great point for Japan. Nabeo once again working the block, working her magic on that left side of court. And Brazil is almost a completely different team that just played the last set. Body language, passing, moving, and now communication problems. Roberta couldn't get there. Rosa Maria didn't see she wasn't going after it. And an 8-3 start for Japan as the team's change ends. How do Brazil come back from this? We're going to find out, that's for sure. Whether they will or whether they won't. But Japan have given themselves a huge leg up on the way to taking this match. Timeout called by Brazil.
You catch the ball in a really great position and you have good angle. Just one thing, shoulder move. And middle now, they started to commit middle. So we don't know. Okay, like that ball, see, good, go.
Good ball in from Natalia, but an excellent block. Well, Uri Nabea is having an absolute stormer here in this deciding set. Nabea didn't start the match, but she's certainly finishing this match in style. Shinabe with the error. A little bit of momentum back, perhaps, to Brazil. Rosa Maria to serve. Natalia into the front row. That's good for Brazil. We expect Roberta to try and use her as much as possible. Brilliant digging again by Japan. Oh, just what you expect. And it's like straight out of the Kimura book of volleyball, how to attack on the left side of court in transition. Expertly performed by Nabeo. Rosa Maria has gone off, Gabby has come in. Can she help transform Brazil's form, Brazil's fortunes in this set? Something has to happen. And it's not happening. 11-4. Have Japan done enough? They only need 4 points. Brazil needs 6 just to get level. Guimarães uses his last timeout.
Number 9 is at left side. Right user, okay? Or middle. Perfect option if you have great defense, okay?
More changes for Brazil, a double substitution to get the setter into the back row. Ayani, Monique into the front row, trying to increase the hitting options here for Brazil. Japan with the serve. Nabeya with the ball. Nice work from Natalia, and Monique gets that one off the block and away. Does she? No, it hit the net and travelled up in the air. An unforced error, handing Japan another point. Everybody screaming Nabeya. That's a little tight, but that's off the hands, is it? No, Monique didn't touch it. But Japan are going to challenge it, and why not? Just to get a little bit of a breather.
The challenge
They
by
don't want Brazil to
Japan.
get a run of points if they can
Block
help it.
touch.
Did it touch Monique?
ブロックタッチに関するチャレンジです。
Manometry still holding on to the ball after that chat with Monique, which would suggest it didn't touch player number 15. Ooh, I don't know, does it? It has touched her. Monique saying, well, I was just looking around. So a touch given. Japan have the ball. And now is a challenge. Well, there's not a challenge, is there? Guimaraes is saying, I'm not happy. Well, the problem is that the frame rate is very different to that used in broadcast cameras that are being used for the challenge system. It's a really, really, really fast frame rate. For broadcast cameras, it's 60 frames per second or 25 frames per second, PAL NTSC, so or 59.95. But they're talking hundreds of frames per second for the super slow for this system. So when it gets blown up and shown on the big screen, it doesn't look great because it gets pixelated. And Guimaraes is seeing a picture that's not the true picture of what's being shown up in the challenge referee screen. And they were more than happy that it had touched Monique. So yellow card for Guimaraes for his protests. A point for Japan. And now Brazil have the side out. Off of Natalia's blocking away. It's now match point for Japan. Well, this is going to be a wonderful victory for them if they can pull it off. Sato coming in to serve. It's never over until it's over, but it pretty much looks like it is going to be over very shortly. First match point saved. Eight match point opportunities for Japan. They had 4 set point opportunities, couldn't take them. Oh, that's off the block and away. Japan have done it. They take the set 15-6. They win the match over Brazil, the current grand champions, by 3 sets to 2. A magnificent match that entertained from start to finish. And Japan have done a super job here. It could have been 3-0. It probably should have been 3-0. But credit to Brazil for not giving up at not giving in. In the end, though, Japan just played too good. Their defense was excellent. Their tactics were great. Their offense was smart. And they frustrated Brazil. Fantastic support here at the Nippon Geishi Hall for this team. They get a fantastic support wherever they go. It acts as an extra player at times. It really does, to drive this team on. So the mascot, the Firebird, in with the girls as they have their picture taken. What a game. One that will live long in the memory for those players and the coach as well, in the manner of the victory. Some very entertaining volleyball. So as the captain goes to sign the score sheet. We can have a chat with Risa Shinabe.
ブラジルに勝利おめでとうございます。気持ちはいかがですか
？4セット目がちょっと自分たちから流れを切らしてしまったので、そこは反省点ですけど、やっぱ最後こうやって勝ちきれたことはやっぱり次につながると思うので、反省点もありますけど、また試合もあるので、もう一回切り替えていい準備していきたいと思います。
新鍋選手が4セット目をブラジル勝利おめでとうございます。I said congratulations. She said that well, they lost the fourth set and they kind of lost their concentration, but they came back in the end and were able to beat Brazil. And this is going to be this is a great victory, and it will. They do have things they need to improve, but they want to do their best in the next games. 次の試合に向けていかがですか？
今までスタートが課題と言われていて、今日もスタートは良かったと思うんですけど、2、3セット目がこうなんかスタートが良くてもそれが切らしてしまうのが自分たちなので、切らさずに最後まで戦いたいと思います。
She said that they've always started out well, but then they've lost concentration and lost the next set. So they want to make sure that they keep the strength going from the first set to the end. 日本語で世界を見てる人たちで日本語でメッセージをお願いします。
応援してくれてる人です。たくさんの方に応援してもらっているので、しっかりと結果が残せるように頑張ります。ありがとうございました。
And thank everyone for cheering, and she said they'll do their best at the next game. Thank you.
Oh, it's always great to find out exactly what's going on, and quite right, summed up pretty much perfectly the way Japan played by Shinabe. A fantastic performance from them. They did work hard, they did lose their concentration at times, but they got it back just when they needed it to get the job done. This is the tale of set 5, 3 aces from Japan. But 3 errors cancelling them out. 2 blocks, 9 attacks, 6 digs. Classic Japan. Wonderful result. Here are the stats from the match overall. Almost a set of errors each. Equal on blocks. Japan with 10 more attacks, 4 more aces. Well, what a game that was. Fantastic. This is how the table currently looks. China atop. Japan have moved into second place over the United States and Brazil. And Japan, who finished third last time out, currently looking to be one better than that. Well, that just about wraps up our coverage. We hope you've enjoyed the volleyball here. We do have more to come tomorrow, but until then, from all of us here, it's time to say goodbye and leave you with some highlights.